WWE SmackDown results, review, grades, card for September 27th. Our WWE SmackDown results for tonight include Mission seeking vengeance against Piper Niven, besties going one-on-one when Bayley clashes with Naomi for a shot near Jax's WWE Women's Championship, the Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa returns, Carmelo Hayes and Andrade battle in Match 6 of their hotly contested series. Here's our review and grades for tonight's show, live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, at Paycom Center. Randy Orton walks to the ring while being serenaded by the crowd. The entire Paycom Center is apparently hearing voices in their heads. Orton notes that he had some business to take care of on Raw, but he's happy to be back on SmackDown. The crowd chants Orton's name as he welcomes them to the show. Orton notes that he can count the people he can trust in this business on one hand. Cody Rhodes is one of those people. Seeing Rhodes agree to team with Roman Reigns doesn't sit well with Orton. Orton asks Rhodes to come to the ring and help him understand. Kevin Owens' music hits. Owens power walks to the ring, but before Owens can speak, Solo Sikoa's music hits. The Outlaw Bloodline walks to ringside. Sikoa tells the crowd to acknowledge him. The crowd boos. Sikoa points out that the three men in the ring have tried to defeat the Bloodline, they have failed. The real reason Rhodes is teaming up with Reigns is because Orton and Owens always let him down. Owens tells Sikoa that no one ever wants to hear him speak. Owens challenges Sikoa and Jacob Fatu to a tag team match against Owens and Orton tonight. Rhodes chimes in and says it doesn't have to be a tag match. Before Rhodes can suggest a six-man match, Owens cuts him off. Owens tells Rhodes that Rhodes has his tag team match at Bad Blood he needs to worry about. Let Owens and Orton take care of this. This segment was extremely effective. In the first 20 minutes of the show, WWE managed to do the following: add intrigue to the Bad Blood tag team match, can Rhodes trust Reigns, sets up the SmackDown main event, the Bloodline versus Orton and Owens, and further tease tension between Rhodes, Owens, and Orton. That's impressive stuff. Number 1 contenders match, Naomi versus Bayley. Both women trade holds. Instead of taking an advantage, Bayley backs off. Naomi tells Bayley to bring it. Both women start pushing each other. After a whip exchange, Bayley narrowly avoids the rear view. Naomi lands a slingshot bulldog and a corkscrew plancha out on the floor. After dominating the match during the break, Naomi falls victim to a springboard elbow drop. Suicide dive by Bayley. Bayley walks right into the rear view. Bayley kicks out. Naomi and Bayley have a strike exchange. Naomi lands a nasty head scissors DDT. Bayley manages to kick out. Top rope blockbuster by Naomi. Bayley kicks at 2, but Namoir transitions into a suplex, but Bayley reverses it into a gourdbuster. Bayley tries her sunset flip powerbomb into the corner, but they both land awkwardly on the bottom turnbuckle. Naomi misses a dive. Bayley lands the Bayley to belly. Diving elbow drop by Bayley. Bayley pins Naomi winner and new number 1 contender, Bayley. Carmelo Hayes, 2, versus Andrade, 3. As soon as the bell rings, Andrade dropkicks Hayes. Hayes avoids Andrade's corner meteora. Andrade gets hung up on the second rope. Hayes charges in and eats a power slam on the apron. After the break, both men miss springboards, which leads to everyone being down. Andrade tries a leaping clothesline and gets caught in the first 48. Hayes' lip is busted. Hayes misses a meteora in the corner. Andrade lands a diving elbow. Corner meteora by Andrade. Hayes kicks out. After the break, Andrade lands his feint double jump moonsault. Hayes kicks out. Hayes surprises Andrade with a head scissor facebuster. Before Andrade can breathe, Hayes hits a suplex cutter. Hayes goes up top. Andrade cuts Hayes off and attempts a superplex. Hayes counters the suplex in midair with a cutter. Andrade kicks out. Andrade surprises Hayes with the feint elbow strike. Hayes rolls out of the ring to avoid getting pinned. As Hayes is being counted out, LA Knight's music hits, and Knight runs down to ringside. Hayes rolls back into the ring. Andrade cuts Knight off. Hayes pushes Andrade into Knight. Hayes rolls up Andrade with a handful of tights for the win. After the match, Knight tries to offer a handshake to Andrade, visibly upset. Andrade storms off. The Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Owens lands a flurry of offense. Owens crotch chops Sikoa, which leads to Sikoa demanding a tag. Sikoa knows Owens into his corner. Orton asks for a tag. Owens obliges. Sikoa laughs and tags in Fatu. The fight spills out of the ring. Orton suplexes Fatu on the commentary desk. Fatu gets back up and fires up. Orton proceeds to suplex Fatu on the table 2 more times. Sikoa charges in and gets suplexes on the table as well. After the break, Owens tries a swanton by Sikoa gets his knees up. Sikoa flattens Owens with a hip attack. Owens manages to tag in Orton. Orton clears the ring and hits his draping DDT on Sikoa. After a distraction from Fatu, Sikoa lands a Samoan drop. Orton tags in Owens. Owens crushes everyone with sentons and an apron frog splash for Fatu. Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa walk to ringside. Cody Rhodes sends Tonga into the ring. Orton RKO's Tonga. Rhodes ends up getting thrown into the ring as Owens hits the stunner. The referee is distracted. Owens yells at Rhodes. Owens walks into superkick from Fatu. Sikoa pins Owens. After the match, Owens gets in Rhodes' face. Orton tries to hold Owens back as he runs down Rhodes for costing him the match. This was a standard SmackDown main event. There wasn't anything wrong with the match, but Jacob Fatu continues to be a highlight of these matches. Fatu is a phenomenal superstar who plays his role as enforcer quite well. Fatu's every move is to protect Sikoa, primarily by being as violent as humanly possible when dealing with anyone who may be a threat. Orton looks terrific since returning from a surgery that took him out of action for over a year. Despite that, Orton worked hard to make Fatu shine, as he had to up his intensity to damage the Samoan werewolf. The angle after the match served its purpose, teasing a potential split between the 3 amigos, Orton, Owens, and Rhodes. This was another solid episode of SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes battling Andrade takes a match of the night honors, as both men are working overtime to make an impression on a shockingly crowded SmackDown roster. WWE left no stones unturned tonight as they put together a solid build as they march towards WWE Bad Blood, which may be the most fitting PLE title of the year. Each match features an intense rivalry built on personal issues, not just the graps, as the kids say. This focus on personal issues adds depth to the storylines and makes the in-ring action 100 times more enthralling.